Hello and welcome to Rise Masterclass. Part-time entertainment. You get some free singing too. So welcome. I'm really excited that you are here with me on this journey together. Now, in this masterclass, the way it works is I like to go straight into it. Okay, because if you're anything like me, you maybe having kids or a carer, or for whatever reason, maybe you just like having your trainings kind of like very efficient. So I like to keep my trainings to, sometimes 10 minutes, sometimes at 20 minutes, sometimes half an hour, sometimes 5 minutes. It's not about the amount of time. It's about the depth of transformation, not information. Okay, this is all about implementation. Okay, that's how you get the transformation. So I want you to rise up in your consciousness, but with a step-by-step plan, okay, of what exactly you can do. If you also want to, like me, become a coach, you want to be consulting or coaching or speaking, and making 10K months, okay, you want to be, and that might be a combination in which you accomplish that. It might be one, right? I'm all about being open to wealth in any and all forms. Also about becoming a published author, okay? And I really want to teach you how I did this all in an 88-day period. Okay, now I now make 10K months, and I actually wrote and published my book in a week. So the time period in which I did was actually significantly shorter, but I wanted to say 88 days because I feel that gives a really good time frame. Look, you can take as long as you want. There's no rush, okay? But equally, if you want a quantum leap, then in a balanced way, okay, health, wealth, and relationships, then there is a beautiful way in which you can do it. Now, what I'm going to present to you here in this masterclass are strategies, okay, the exact strategies that have worked for me. And they've really evolved since I started in 2018 with my initially publishing business. So my business is actually called Athena Publishing House Limited. But it then evolved into coaching as well. And I still receive this one of the main books I'm talking about, which is called Habits, How to Transform Your Mind, Body and Life, the 21-Day Guide, available on Amazon. Okay, so that I wrote in 2018 when I was on maternity leave with my first maternity leave. He's now 5. He's actually playing. I don't know if you can hear him, but that's why I've got these on, because he's playing a bit loudly, which is good. That's what I want kids to do, right? So I don't want him to quieten himself down. I'd rather stick my headphones on and I put the white noise machine on and want him to have his fun. So, but yeah, that's when he was, gosh, I think he must have been 6 months old at the time. And I was really looking for another way to serve. So I'm also a full-time medical doctor. Okay, I specialize in urgent care, in family practice, preventative medicine, and in holistic health. Okay, so I had my own private practice. I still do, and also work in public health in the state. I serve for the state as well. So I really enjoy that. I was regional mental health director. But when I was having my little ones, and the way I could see the kind of system going, I'm not one to kind of blame the system and all of that. I believe in creating your own system and your own economy. But I really did feel that there must be another way, because I really I knew I could do this with kids, right? Because I'm very ambitious and I really can be very like earth mum guy, and into spiritual midwifery and all sorts of very holistic side of things. So I knew that I could do it, but I just felt like hard work wasn't the answer. I'm a peak performer, always looking to evolve to the next level. Yes, but I didn't feel this is what it is. I felt like this was actually a very different way. I knew before I'd even thought of coaching, I was like, it's something about masterminds was coming up. Don't forget, this is 2017 at the time, 2018. Okay, so it wasn't as heard of as much as it is now. So I knew it was going to be something different in the way I was serving going forward, but I didn't quite know what that was. And then I came across coaching. So the beauty is, what I want you to really take away from this is that hard work is not the answer. You do need to learn peak performance or take that to the next level, to be efficient, yes, to be organized, to really go all out, but in a balanced way. Okay, you want to do that in your health, you want to do that in your wealth, yes, and in your relationships, but starting with a relationship with yourself is not selfish. It's actually really important that you fill your own cup, and really that's the way you can go for it and make a huge quantum leap. Okay, because otherwise what happens is you can make a quantum leap in your wealth, but it might take a toll on your health. Right, you need to do it in a balanced way, and that's not necessarily taking a toll. It's actually the universe's way of saying, hey, like, there's other ways of doing this, right? And you can do it in a balanced way. It doesn't mean necessarily that it's going to slow you down. You might actually get there faster, but it's going to most likely be a very different strategy. So don't get too caught up on the strategy. Obviously, this program is all about the strategies and the energetics. You need both. But I would say it is this program is very much around the strategy as well, but don't forget the energetics. Okay, so I want you to really focus on what brought you here. What brought you here? Is it finances? Is it money? Is it challenging times in your health? Maybe it's challenging times in your relationships. Whatever it is, I want you to write that down or meditate upon it. Okay, I call it soul speaking, and you can do that just by closing your eyes. You can pray, whatever feels like the best form for you. Okay, to actually get it done. I want you to write it down, and I really want you to focus on what I'm ready now to release. I'm going to be doing this as well. Okay, this is your homework for today. What am I now ready to release? Okay, I'm now ready to release this. I was just going to see if I can write that down. Can I write that down? 1 second. No, okay, that's fine. I'm going to write it into the group, okay? Because I think this is important. I want us to get these questions down. Let's see, Rise. I'm just looking for the Rise group. Rise. Here we go. Right. I'll just do it as a pinned post, okay? Homework, module 1. See comments. Okay, so what will happen is you'll see it like this. Okay, and then in the comments, I'm going to be writing the actual question. Okay, so question 1 is, what brought me to do this program and why? What am I now ready to heal and release from my mind, body, and soul? What am I now ready to leave in the past? Okay, and then what I want you to do is I want you to write the opposite of this, and you might actually need to use a thesaurus, okay? So if, for example, you're leaving behind toxic relationships, I'm just saying, What does the opposite of that look like? Because actually, by saying I'm leaving behind toxicity all the time, you're still having the mind on negativity by thinking about it. Okay, if you're saying I'm leaving behind debt, your mind is still on debt. So instead, if you focus on prosperity, and also what exactly does that look like? Okay, so what am I now choosing to focus on? What does that look like based upon my current level of awareness? Okay, I think that's good for now. So, for example, if you're ready to release toxicity, you would say maybe, I am now ready to focus on relationships filled with love, respect, trust, open communication, that side of things. So you are really focusing on those positive words, and as you look at that every single day, this then becomes your goal. You really start to focus on that, and you first focus on that within yourself first. Okay, so that relationship within yourself, and then you can start to create it on the outside in terms of your book and your coaching program. Okay, so it's really important to heal that and release that, because otherwise, just as I see with many patients in my clinics, it really can manifest as chronic disease in some shape or form, whether it's palpitation, stress, panic attacks, so many other chronic diseases. So so I don't have necessarily fear of that, but what I mean is this is a beautiful opportunity, okay, to just release it. You need to hold on to it. You don't need to validate it. You don't need to prove yourself to anybody except to yourself. Validate and approve of yourself. And naturally, you will attract those who feel the same towards you, because they can feel that they can feel that in your aura. They can feel that strong, bright, and vibrant aura, because you have a strong, bright, vibrant relationship with yourself. Right? You might have seen me light up there because it's something I've been doing for myself. I've always been very confident, but having a beautiful, healthy, loving relationship with yourself is such a gift, and it's a whole new level. It really gives you an extremely stable grounding, extremely stable foundation for your life, for your finances, for your business, for your career, for your marriage, for your kids, for your family, okay, for even the home, the dream home that maybe you're manifesting. But all of that has to be in a very strong, healthy foundation. No rotting bits of, nothing rotting there that needs to be removed. So that's what this is really important to do before you then start building, which is what we'll be focusing more on in the next master, in day 2, in module 2. That will be more about creating, but also today's work, this module is really important to focus on this, because otherwise it would just comes crumbling down. And for me, it hasn't, thankfully, but it almost did. So really important to do this. So write it down, take that piece of paper that is all about what I'm ready to release. And I'm done with this. I'm done with fear. I'm done with being in anxiety. I'm done with being in doubt. I'm done with self-doubt. I'm done with imposter syndrome. Yes, there may be little remnants of it that come up in the future, but it's very different when you do it from this level of self-awareness, of knowing in the future that, wow, gosh, okay, that just came up then. That's what that was about. That's what that trigger was about. A little remnant, but you are doing the bulk of it right here, right now. And it really is a choice. It's a choice to be in absolute faith. Okay, so that's, you could do it via journaling, meditation. These are really powerful ways to even holistically heal anxiety and depression. So you can do it alongside therapy as well. But I know it might sound like something very different to what we're talking about, but it's actually really, really, really important, because you can either choose to be in, faith and trust and belief, not just in your in this concept, right, that we're talking about, of coaching and publishing and building a business, but also in the divine, whatever that means for you, whether that's God or just in general, like spirituality or whatever it means for you. And then, so it's threefold. Okay, so it's the concept that we're talking about, it's the divine, and it's you having that concept. Do you see what I mean? It's not just I have the belief that yes, this can work, and coaching and taking months and publishing and all of this stuff. It looks really good. I can see lots of people doing it. I believe it. I have belief. I have faith. I have trust that that's a possibility. But then you also want to have that belief, faith, and trust that it's a possibility for you to achieve it. Okay, and that it is done, and we know that it's bigger than just saying those words. It's just done, of course, right? Can't just meditate and expect it's all done. No, but what it does is it puts you in this beautiful state of belief and faith to know that, okay, now when I go ahead and like this, I did it before this, and go and do my masterclass, right? I have that faith and trust and belief within myself, within the masterclass, in the connection that we have, in the platforms I'm using, in my strategy, and whatever it is. I mean, ultimately, there are so many strategies, so many different ways to achieve something, right? So, you know, even fancy software things, a lot of people don't even have it, right? So, it's not about that. It starts with your belief. Your belief is the foundation, and that's the divine feminine. And then the opposite of that is the divine masculine, which is the bricks and the cement and the actual physical structure. But you need to ensure that it's, for example, not built on some burial ground of, you know, some remains of something else or some dark energy. All of that needs to be healed and released and cleansed and, you know, really nurtured, and it's on beautiful soil, and it's really the energy is really going to grow in a really beautiful way and flourish. And you know, you have the physical structure of a house, and they can have all the beautiful gardens and greenery and the life and the energy in the home and the happiness and the love and all. That's what makes it into a home. Otherwise it's just a physical building, but you still need both, right? So you need both of those things. So I want you to, so today we're really focusing more on the energy, because that comes first. Today is more about the divine feminine, and then the next module will be more about the divine masculine, and more about building up the structure. Okay, so what do we do? You know, how to get the book done, and let's get the coaching set up, and let's get the business set up, and let's get the clients in, and let's go. Okay, so I want you to always remember that you always have a choice. I'm literally at a fork, and I can either choose to go down this road. Literally look at the road name, it's called faith, and I can go down this road, and this road name is called fear. Okay, which one do I want to do? Take the situation, whatever it is that you are right now facing, and make a decision. Which one? You can feel the fear. Yeah, you can feel it. You can see it. You can see that road. You can see it. But you can make a choice to be like, I'm going to go down this road. And even as I start walking down this road, I might even still be able to see that road, right? It's like it's still in my eye line, right? As I'm walking down that road. And I'm walking down the road, I can't see it anymore, but I kind of still know it's just there. If I just walk back a few steps, I know it'll just be there. So I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep walking. I'm going to keep walking. And then as you keep walking, you'll start to see different things. You'll start to speak to different people. You'll start to be doing different things. And the road might look very different kind of road you've been down before. And, you know, so this is all part of the healing process and everything that you want to do. So really focus on having absolute faith in everything that you're doing, to just keep going. Okay, please just keep going. The strategy is all great and everything, but ultimately you just need to keep going. It really is about being persistent, about being consistent, and just keep going. That's the biggest thing I'd say. Is people think it's mindset, yes, spirituality, yes, the strategy, yes, but you have to be consistent with it. Ultimately, it's a person who's just been doing it the longest. So I want you to really, really, really go for it. And I'm so grateful to have you here. So that's the first module. Okay, so this is how I roll. Okay, that was like 20 minutes, which for me is a long time. So that's, you know, an average consult for me is about 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. So my modules are that long too. Right, if I can meet a complete stranger, examine them, take their history, diagnose them, sometimes fully treat them or give the treatment or whichever, and have a connection in 10 minutes, I can deliver you training in that time. And that is my belief system, my faith, my trust in myself, in my strategy, in my business, and what works for me, and also how I'm able to do it whilst working full time as a medical doctor and be mum to my 5-year-old and 4-year-old who need to go and pick up now from nursery. And how live a balanced life, right? Like now I'm going to play with my kid, we're going to go to the park, and I'm sure he'll say, Mommy, you said you were going to get me a toy. And I was like, did I? And before we go and buy a toy, and let's chill together and have afternoon tea and maybe do some painting. And, you know, that's part of my sacral chakra and creativity and my flow. And I teach them that. I teach them about chakra healing and the chakras and being flow, and let's do it outside and in the garden, or should we take it to the park and have a little picnic? And that's the beauty of life, right? And I see it all as merged as one, not like work and play. And I'm playing right now, okay? But to be able to do this and put this all into your coaching, right, which is what I'm doing right here, right now, okay? And to also have clients that are paying 2K, 5K, pay in full, no sales calls, no funnels, no ads. My email list is like 100 and I'm not actually that consistent with it. I really should be. So, you know, when I started this business, my first client, my baby was like 3 weeks old. The second baby was 3 weeks old. And I remember doing like a sales call. I was doing it at that time. And I was like on the phone. And it was like 3 hours. So I was got really no idea what I was doing. And, you know, that was 2,500, my very first client. So yeah, and my book, you know, as like I said, written and published in a week. Why do you want to write a book? It's such an amazing way to get people to get your same information I've said as a book. Is so powerful. And it really helps people. Some people just want to learn in a different way. Some people, it's about the experience like this. And some people, it's more about the book. So we're going to go more into detail in the next one. But first, we'll finish up with this for today. And then we'll come into the next module. Okay, more about why coaching books. All right. Sending you so much love and light. Catch up soon.